Just kidding. Could this cause the entire cryptocurrency market cap to fall 90%? Hello and welcome back to another hopeful episode of Crypto Today. Now, before we begin, let me get some things off my chest. Those who are calling for, advocating for the downfall of Bitfinex and Tether are either one of two things. Number one, stupid or uninformed. Number two, sold and exited crypto a long time ago. Okay, there's probably a few more explanations than that, but I'm going to try and keep this episode as simple and as real as possible and explain how events that are currently unfolding are the biggest attack vector potentially for the entire cryptocurrency space that we've seen since the collapse of Mt. Gox. Easily. Have I got your attention yet? Okay, let's continue. This infographic comes courtesy of Bitfinex, someone who has been waging war on this shady exchange for a very long time, fighting the good fight, no doubt, but probably not bag holding. Maybe. I don't know. What we can see here is what you could describe as a bank run on Bitfinex's part. So the blue line that is currently showing the cold storage balance for Bitcoin. And late last year, we can see that they absolutely froze the account. No withdrawals, no deposits to it until a few days ago, where massive amounts of Bitcoin have been withdrawn. 4 days ago, 17,000 Bitcoin. That's over $500 million worth. And then just yesterday, a further almost 13,000, around $466 million worth. This could be ascribed to people leaving the exchange en masse due to all the negative press, being sued by the New York Attorney General. That's not really very good. Bitfinex has made the assumption they could need to deny withdrawals if this continues. Casual statement, just throwing it out there. But let me explain what would happen if that does happen. Hysteria ensues. And not from the public. I don't know what's wrong with the public. Are they asleep? Do they not care? Are they living under a rock? I'm not sure. But there are still plenty of users on Bitfinex. However, one thing to understand here is that Tether operates essentially as the banking solution and liquidity provider for many major exchanges. I'm talking Binance, Bittrex, Poloniex, OKX, etc. Everything is not as decentralized as you might think. Think of it this way: Bitfinex, or its parent company iFinex, if we're going to be specific, is the issuer of Tether, and it's so big, so popular, so rampant, so omnipresent that it is essentially now the central bank operating for many cryptocurrency exchanges. So an attack on them is not an attack on one singular exchange, but all of them almost. This is why it's theorized to be at least or up to a 90% drop from current valuations. But why, Daily? Why are you saying all this rubbish? Tether's market cap is like 2.8 billion. That's less than 2% of the entire crypto market cap. You idiot. Shut up. I said shut up. All right. I hear you. Let me explain. If the majority of trading volume disappears from your alts and exchanges have been hindered in their ability to fund their operations and their withdrawals, then a 90% drop from current valuations is definitely on the table. Maybe. It's actually really hard to tell. For Bitcoin, at least, primarily. And the main reason for that is you need to keep in mind, most pairings for USDT are straight back into Bitcoin, at least ones with any volume. A mass buying of Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum, well, it doesn't sound so bad. Or it would be still. I don't know. I don't think anyone can truly say what would happen. I'm none too excited to find out, though. What is pretty obvious is the devastation of alts. A huge percentage of alts have their most popular, by far, trading pair to be, you guessed it, USDT. So a disappearance of that, and suddenly you're struggling to buy and, most importantly, potentially sell your favorite altcoin, which, let's be frank, is one of the main selling reasons to sell into Bitcoin. So yeah, 90% drop. Maybe. But despite all that, I do want to make the point that, hey, Bitfinex is still operating despite all this negative attention, and they've been through worse, maybe. No, I don't know. They were able to borrow from Tether and absorb an $850 million loss. And yeah, okay, not tell people about it, but continue operations. Due to their own recent rewording of how backed Tether is and not falling to external audit pressures, they can probably just print new Tether and buy Bitcoin with it, then sell, and then fund their withdrawals indefinitely. I don't see any reason for this to stop. Oh yeah, there is that. The New York Attorney General suing Bitfinex. They are based in Hong Kong though, Bitfinex, and don't even service US citizens. The attorneys are primarily attempting to keep Bitfinex within the law, not take it down, at least for now. I think they know they might struggle to do that, maybe. This for me is a primary reason why Tether is still doing absolutely fine today, and maybe is the reason why Bitcoin is still above 5,000. Now, we do have this breaking news from this morning. Bitfinex is planning to issue an exchange token, shareholder says, although the details are not 100% confirmed. So we basically know nothing about what the exchange token might do. Probably trading fees, anything else? Maybe. How much are they looking to raise? We don't know that yet, but I'm going to throw it out there and say maybe 850 million. It's just a random guess. This does raise a few eyebrows though. For example, there are a few inconsistencies from all the publicly available information. Number one, if Bitfinex is highly cash flow positive, why borrow from Tether? Number two, if the 850 million can be easily crawled back, why initial exchange offering? Especially now, the timing of it. This of course comes with reputational damage, whatever reputation there was left. Clearly they think it's worth it though. But do I think Tether is going to implode? No, probably not. But I am keeping my eye on it. You know what? With all this fear, uncertainty, and doubt floating around this subject, do you know what would put my mind at ease? Put everyone's mind at ease? We send Roger Ver over to their headquarters, have him check out the bank statements and tell us everything's okay.
I'm sure that all the current withdrawal problems at Mt. Gox are being caused by the traditional banking system, not because of a lack of liquidity at Mt. Gox.
Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sub it up if you haven't. What are you doing? Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. That's very much appreciated. And I'll see you again soon.